about our regression analysis. So previous class we have seen correlation, coefficient and correlation, but today's class is all about regression analysis. Okay, so regression analysis and correlation are very much a related topic, but had some amount of difference, so which we're going to learn now. So to understand the regression analysis, I have taken a random data of you can just check here. We have x is equal to x I have taken as advertisement cost and y I have taken as sales. So advertisement cost, let's say it will be in lakhs of rupees, and sales is also in terms of lakhs of rupees. So advertisement company has invested, let's say 100 lakhs. So if they invest 100 lakhs, they are getting a sale of 500 lakhs. And if they spend 90 lakhs on advertisement, then they are getting 450 lakhs and so on, the data. Now, in previous classes, we have all seen that we are finding the correlation, whether advertisement cost or the sales have some kind of correlation or not. So for that, we were plotting a scatter diagram, right? This part we have seen, and then we are finding the correlation coefficient values. So in this case also, we will initially plot it. So if you can see, I have plotted the scatter diagram. It looks like very much of linear path and positively and very high correlation between advertisement cost and this. Now, when you fit a straight line, okay, if you fit a straight line over here, this straight line when you fit, our objective is that all the point in the data set should lie on the straight line. Okay, this is what we have seen in the correlation correlation part. But now our objective in the regression analysis is that what will be the equation of what is one second. What is the equation of straight line? So this straight line which we have fit, what is the equation of this straight line we get? So this is what we're gonna do in our regression analysis. This is what we're going to do in our regression analysis. But why to find the equation of straight line? We have to find the equation of straight line from the given data, because suppose, for example, if anybody want to predict that if I want to spend 125 lakhs in advertisement cost, then what will be the sales? That can be one possibility. Or if or it can be vice versa form, that if I have get 600 lakhs of sale, then what was my advertisement cost? So up to this particular data set, it is easy for me to check the correlation. But when it comes to the forecasting of data, these values only when we have a equation of regression line. All right. I repeat once again. Up to this set of data, we can do this particular set of plot where we can draw a scatter diagram and we can check the R value and so on, whether their X and Y are having some kind of correlation or whether it is positive or negative. But when we want to predict some values of the future, so for that I should have some kind of equation for this straight line in the form of y is equal to a plus bx form, because it's a straight line. And if you can able to find a and b value and you can put in this, so you will get some equation like y is equal to some value plus b some value times x. So now you can see here that as y is our dependent variable, y is our dependent variable and x is our independent variable. So any value of x, if I want to predict the advertisement cost, which is an x, so you can see that your advertisement cost is depending upon y. Okay, so if I want to find the sales, if I put the x value here 125, I can easily get the value of y, and it should be a vice versa case. So I will discuss all this one by one. So that is what the importance of regression analysis plays an important role, that we have to come out with some kind of straight line equation uh, which actually gives the average relationship between the data. All right. So this is what on the regression line. Okay. So I will just delete this plot for a while. Okay. So now, if you just come back to this particular portion here, if I want to find the sale, if we just look at here, so sales, we have to find the sale when advertisement cost is given. When advertisement cost is given. All right. Okay. So what you can say from here now, that we are finding y. Okay. So when x is given, to that, so what is about that? So finding the y, so y and your x is become the independent variable. Regression analysis is all about estimation of dependent variable when your independent variable is known. Okay, this is what all regression analysis we are doing now. So in this case, when we have y, we are finding y when x is given. So we have got one term, we have one term which we call this as that y is depends on basically word as y on regression on x, then I can able to predict this question mark for sales. Then we can able to predict this particular part. So now the question comes here: how to predict the regression line y on x? So because y screen is visible. Screen is visible, guys. All right. Okay. Take some internet. anyway, this portion internet has gone. This particular portion internet has gone. So I repeat once again. We are finding what? We are finding the sales here, depending upon advertisement cost, which is we have the Y depending on X. So we write it as Y on X. So if I want Y value, we have. So now how to the straight cut if any doubt in this particular session, this particular sheet, please let me know. No doubt, can I go ahead? All right. So let us see some theory behind this. I've already written here. So you can see here that our regression analysis means the estimation of unknown variable. Unknown variable means here this is dependent variable. Generally, we call it as the dependent variable from the independent variable. So, for example, if we can find the connection between how much you eat and how much you weigh, and the regression analysis can help us to find that particular value by the help of straight line equation. Okay. So in general, regression analysis will provide an equation for a graph so that we can make some prediction about the given data. This is what I have told you about. Okay. So now let's go to the question number 1 directly. So see the question. Zoom this. All right. From the following data, obtain the two regression equations. So both the regression equations we have to estimate. Two regression equation means both y on x and x on y we have to find, and then find the correlation coefficient. It means we have to find the R. Okay, from the given set of data. So as I've told you, when the data is given in this particular format, so which formula I will use? So I will use byx capital of xy divided by summation of x square, and your bxy will be summation of x capital XY divided by summation of capital Y square, where we know that your capital X is x minus x bar and capital Y is y minus y bar. So we have to estimate both regression equation. Okay, so both regression equation means first we have to find regression of y on x. So you already know the equation of y on x, which is nothing but byx here, then this will be y minus y bar, and then you have x minus x bar in this case. You also have regression equation of x on y, so x on y will be bxy, and y is on the left side, so this will be y minus y bar, and this will be x minus x bar. So these two line of regression we have to estimate. So to get this equation of line, first we will calculate byx and bxy. So by using this set of formula. So now you can see here, mean of x I have already calculated. All the data I have written here. So this is x, this is y. So all the values I have written of x and y here. So the sum is 900. Total value is 10. So summation of mean of x becomes 90. So summation of y is 700. 700 by 10. So mean of y is 70. So mean of x and mean of y we have got. Now we have to calculate capital X is equal to x minus x bar, and capital Y is y minus y bar. So now you have to subtract each data of x from the mean of x. So I have calculated here. Okay. Then here from in y also you have to subtract each data of y from the mean of y. So I have calculated here. So always the sum turns out to be 0 here. Anyway, next I need capital of x square value. I need capital of y square, and I need summation of capital X, capital Y. So all the values I have here, I have to just put the value and I have to calculate bxy and byx. So let us calculate this. So what is byx value I will get? So byx value will be summation of xy, which is 3900, whole divided by summation of x square, which is 6360. So quickly we can calculate this. So 3900 divided by 6360. So this is coming around 0.6132. What about bxy? Summation of xy is again 3900 whole divided by summation of y square. So summation of y square is 2868. So you have to substitute here 2868. So the value will be 3900 divided by 2868. So this is coming around 1.3598. Now we have got the value of bxy and byx. Now let us substitute this in this equation of y on x. So we have y as it is. What is the mean of y? Mean of y was 70. Is equal to byx value is how much? Byx value is 0.6132. So this will be 0.6132 x minus mean of x was 90. Similarly here, this will be x minus mean of x is 90 is equal to bxy value is 1.3598, and this will be y minus 70. So now we have to just solve this equation for y, and we have to solve this equation for x. So to do that, first to multiply this inside. So this will be 0.6132x minus 0.632 into 90. So 0.6132 into 90. So this is coming around minus of 55.188. This is y minus 70. Here you will get x minus 90 is equal to 1.3598y minus 1.3598 into 70. So this comes around 95.186. So now you have to find the equation of y on x. So keep y here and put this, take this 70 to the right hand side. So this will become 0.6132x minus 55.189 plus 70. This is the regression line of x on y. So x retains in left hand side and 90 will go to right hand side. So this will be 1.3598y minus 95.186 plus 90. So now we are all done almost. So when we solve this, we will get the equation of y on x. So y is equal to 0.6132x plus 70 is greater. So 70 minus 55.189. So I'm getting around 14.811. So this is the regression line equation of y on x, and here I will get x is equal to 1.3598y minus 95 is minus, so minus 95.186 plus 90. So here I am getting minus of 5.189. So now we have got the regression line equation of y on x and x on y. So what this regression line equation will give, what this regression equation will do now? From this regression equation, what you have got, you can able to predict any value of y when you put any value of x. Okay. So for example, for instance, let's say if I take x value, which is not in this range. So let's say 80. So if I take x equals to 80, then what will be the purchase? So what you have to do then? You have to just substitute x value in this case. So y value will become 0.6132 into 80 plus 14.811. So when you calculate this, you will get the y sales value 0.6132 into 80 plus 14.811. So I'm getting approximately 63.86 or approximately 64. So that is the y value. So like that you can predict any sort of value of x and y. Anyway, now they are also telling us to find the correlation coefficient R value. So to find the R value, you no need to go back to the equation of correlation and again do the table and so on. We can find the correlation coefficient directly from byx and bxy. So the R value can be calculated as plus minus of square root byx into bxy. When you know the value of byx and bxy, you can calculate the coefficient correlation from here itself. Plus and minus, why I have put that? If byx is plus and bxy is plus, then the value will be positive. If byx is negative and bxy is also negative, then you have to get negative correlations. I put plus and minus. So in our case, both bxy and byx are positive. So I will get the positive correlation only. So that will be plus only square root of, you have to just put the value. So 0.6132 multiply with 1.3598. 1.3598. So when you do that, can you tell me the answer of correlation? 1.3598. So the correlation value is plus 0.83382. This is the value of R. Now here I am introducing you one more term called as R square. I will tell you what R square means, because in regression analysis R square plays very important role. I will show you in a while what this means. So what is the R square value or R square? When you square this particular set, what is the R square value you will get? 0.613. I think this is the value. I have done some mistake. One second. Answer 0.6132 into 1.3598 and square root of answer. Correlation value is 0.913. I'm sorry. This will be plus 0.9131 and R square value is 0.833. No, it's wrong. I forgot to put square root over there. So when you put the square root of this value, you will get 0.9131. And when you square this, you will get 0.833. Okay, so this is the R square. Now we are done with the calculations. So any particular doubt in this set of calculation, please let me know. So now I want to show you something in the Excel sheet. So I'm copying this set of data in a blank sheet here. Okay. So whatever we have predicted, let us see whether it will give us the correct sort of data or not. So I want all of you to please pay attention here. So by that time, if anyone has any doubt in this particular part, please let me know. So remember the regression line equation and remember the R square and R value. Okay, R value is 0.9131 and R square value is 0.833. Any doubt in this particular portion? Raise your hand. I will do that. So nowadays, actually, very rarely people are using Excel for data analysis, but because it is freely available, many people are using that. But nowadays, people are using more Python and other softwares. But let's see to start over, because still the researchers are using the Excel sheet also for data analysis. So how to do regression analysis in Excel sheet, that also I will show you. Step by step, whatever we have seen, now we will visualize this graphically. So first thing what I'm going to do is I will plot these two data. Okay. I will plot these two data. Now we can see the behavior of the scatter diagram. Okay. So scatter diagram is almost coming like this. So now I have to draw the equation of straight line. Okay, this is the straight line which is predicted now. This is the y. This is the equation. This line is nothing but y on x. This line represents y on x. So what is the equation of this y on x? We will find it in a while. One more thing you understand it here, that here some points are there. These points, this particular point and this particular point, which is not at all on the straight line. Okay, so it is deviating from the line of regression. You can see that it is some sort of deviation is there. So whenever we try to plot a straight line, our assumption is that the error, this particular set of error, okay, this we call it as E or error, okay, which is nothing but your y minus of y hat. Y hat is nothing, I have put y hat because y hat represent the equation of regression line. So y hat, whatever the y hat equation we have got, that is equal to I think I'll take this value, this equation 0.6132x 0.6132x plus 14 point something 118 something. Okay, so this data set difference, when you calculate this particular value and you add all the errors, when you take all the errors here, okay, and you square this should be minimum. Error should be minimum. That is our objective. And it's a big theory behind this, that how to reduce the error. So we have a method called least square method that I will not do right now. But understand here that these points which is left out, which is not on the straight line. So this particular difference will give you some sort of error, or we call this as residuals. Okay, residuals or error. So when you calculate these residuals, your actual value of y, and when you start putting x in this equation, and you will get the y hat values will differ. So your predicted value of y and the actual value of y will differ because of this residual. So how this residuals and all we will calculate? Let us check in Excel. Okay. So now I have told you what about the residuals and errors. So this is a straight line. So I will just take this plot in a side, okay, and let us do some regression analysis in Excel. So how to do the regression analysis on Excel? You have to go to the data, and you can see here you have an icon called data analysis. You have to click on the data analysis. When you click on the data analysis, it will open one analysis tool. In that, you have to go for regression and press OK. Now you can see one window box will open. It is asking the input Y range. So input Y range means in this case I have taken this as Y, so I will put this as my input of Y range, because I am finding the equation of Y on X. If you are finding the equation of Y on X, then this will be your Y and this will be your X. Okay. Next, you have to input the X range. So now you input the X range, right? Confidence level will be 95%. What is confidence level and all? It's a next chapter theory. Let us not deviate from here. Output range, let me put output range down below here, and I want to calculate the residual. We can see the residual plot also. Okay, we can get some idea. So when you press OK, you can see that we have got some summary. Can all of you able to see that? All of you can able to see? Can all of you able to see the summary report down? Please let me know. Yes or no? Yeah. So now you can see certain values which I will highlight in the red color, which we have already calculated. So you can see multiple R, or I can put this in some other color, multiple R value. We have R square value. Okay. Rest all the things is yet to be discussed. So you cannot understand so many things right now, because still another 2-3 chapters when I complete, then only you can able to understand. But whatever we have done till now, that we will discuss here. Y intercept and Y variable. Now you see from here that we have got the intercept value 14.811, and we have got the X variable as 0.61320. Once you have got these two values, this value represent what? This value represent equation of Y on X. This is what we have got. Y is equal to 0.6132 times X plus the intercept. Intercept means the constant value, which is 14.811. This is only what we have got here. See, right? Next, let us check the R value. R value is 0.9131. So what we have got, R value 0.9131. Multiple R, the term called multiple R, nothing but your correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient. So we can see that data is very much positive and highly correlated. And now you can see you have a word called R square. R square is 0.833, and we have got R square as 0.833. You can see here. What is this R square tells you about? R square is nothing but coefficient of determination. In mathematics, we call this as coefficient of determination. And what is this coefficient determination says? Because whenever we deal about regression analysis, R square is very important for me, because this particular set of number will tell me that your 83.38% data or points, whatever you can say. Please listen carefully. From R square, 83.38% of point lies on this straight line. on this straight line, only 83.33% data or the points lies. Rest all the point does not lie. So how much percentage of data is actually fitting on the straight line, that will tell you by the R square. Okay, so which we call this as coefficient of determination. So in advanced courses of regression analysis, we have certain different formula for calculating R square that we will discuss bit side. So now you can see that we have got the coefficient and intercept and x values, which we have calculated. So don't forget that when we have equation called a plus bx, b represent the slope and a represent the intercept. Okay, the constant value always represent the intercept and b represent the slope. So that is why it has taken x variable 1. If you don't, because I have written here x variable, so it is taken x variable 1. Okay, now you can see the residuals here. This is the predicted y values. If I just copied it down and I will take that value here, now you can see the how much percentage of deviation is there. Actual value is 71, predicted value is 70, 75, 74, 69, 81, 97, 89, 70, 55. So this is the predicted y value, and this y has been predicted based on this y hat, the line of regression. Okay, and the residuals, if you can see here, our objective of residuals is what? How many points are there? When you find the residual and you add this, when you sum this residual, that should be very, very, very close to 0. Your residual should be very, very close to 0. So you can see you are getting very, very close to 0 here. It is 10 to the power minus 14. So it is coming around 0.000000000 up to 13 times, and then it will start with 284 something. So it is very, very close to 0. So it means the data, the straight line which we have fitted is almost best fit. It's a best fit straight line. All right. So this is how we do that in Excel sheet. So you can see the plot of residual, because all the values should be very, very close to 0. So only few points are there which is not close to 0. That is why it is taken only 83% of data. So, but still it is very good fit because majority of the points are lies on 0. So residual should be, when you add all the residuals, as I've showed you here, that should be very, very close to 0. It is not actually exactly 0, but at least it is close to 0. So this is the residual plot. So this is the negative residual, this is positive residual over here. So this is all about the regression coefficient by the Excel sheet, what we do. Okay. And in the examination, you have to follow this set of parameters only. But for the same data, I have another method which we call it as method of least square. That also I will discuss here, and then after that we'll wind up. Okay, this is also one method which majority of the textbooks they are using. But for you, I'm very much clear you have to use this method only in the examination. I will tell you the drawback of right hand side method and the advantage of left hand side method. I will tell you in a while. So how to fit a regression line by using the least square method. So to do that, let me show you some theory. We know that our equation of straight line is always y is equal to a plus bx form. This is equation number 1. Okay, so as we have seen the errors, the residuals, so summation of errors square, which is nothing but sum of y minus y hat whole square, and this should be minimum. Okay, so when we apply the method of least square on this part, and we differentiate this with respect to a and b, it's a different theory that we will discuss it later. Then we will get some sort of normal equations, and I will tell you short form to write the normal equation. Okay, what is the shortcut form to write the normal equation? How many unknowns you have? A and b, two unknowns. What is the coefficient of a? 1. What is the coefficient of b? X. So first you have to take the coefficient of a, multiply with coefficient of a, and take summation both sides. I repeat once again, multiply with coefficient of a and take summation both sides. So what you will get here? You will get summation of 1 into y is 1. Okay, I'm taking summation is equal to a times, again multiply with 1, so a into 1 is a, so you will take summation plus summation of bx into 1 is bx. So when you solve this, you will get summation of y. A will be outside, remain with summation of 1. Constant term will come outside, remain with summation of x. So this will be summation of y is equal to a. Summation of 1 means what? 1, 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 n times. So you will get n here. Plus b times summation x. This is one normal equation. Next, the coefficient of b is x. So multiply with x both side and take summation. All right. In equation number 1 only you have to do that. So when you do it, so multiply with x, left hand side becomes x into y, and now take summation plus multiply with x here, you will get, sorry, not equals to, equal to. So multiply with a, so becomes ax, and then take summation plus you have bx, and one more x will multiply, so become b of x square, and then take summation. So constant terms will come outside. So a is constant, remain with summation of x plus b times summation of x square. So this is the two normal equation. So how many normal equation you will get? It all depends upon the how many number of unknowns you have. Here we have two unknowns, a and b. So you will get two normal equation here. So now you can see that these two normal equation I have written here also. So now you have got the idea how to write the normal equation. Just look at the coefficient of unknowns, which is a, multiply both sides and take summation. Then second normal equation is multiply the coefficient of b, which is x, and then take the summation term by term. So when you do that, you will get the set of normal equation. We have got the normal equation. So from this normal equation, we will try to fit the straight line. So to fit the straight line, I need some values to be entered. I need summation of y, I need summation of x, I need summation of xy, and I need summation of x square. So you can see that same data I have taken of purchase and sale and have calculated here. X square I have calculated, and x into y I have calculated. Okay, so just substitute the value here. What is summation of y? 700. So this will become 700 is equal to n value is 10. 10 times a plus b into summation of x. Summation of x is how much? 900. So it is 900. Now, second equation is 66900 equal to a times summation of x value plus b times summation of x square value. This is the x square value. So we have put this. Now you have to just solve this set of equation. Solve this by calculator. Those who have calculator can quickly solve this and tell me the value of a and b. Those who have calculators, please solve and tell me the value of a and b. If any doubt in this particular session, please let me know. So we have another set of questions that we will discuss in Monday's class. If any doubt is there, please let me know. Okay, so I'm launching the poll. By the time, if any student has any doubt, can unmute yourself. Those who have any doubts can please unmute yourself. Guys, please work out the problems yourself, because unless you work out with pen and paper, you will not get that clarity. Either work out in Excel or work out in manually with pen and paper. This notes I have already posted in Google Drive. Please go back, because all the questions have similar calculations. So on Monday class, we will discuss that questions all one by one, and then we can go to the next part of the chapter.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, the video, could you upload the videos on the YouTube?
Uploaded already.
Sir, the new ones.
Uploaded.
Oh, okay, sir.
When did you check? Yesterday?
Yes, sir.
It is uploaded. Day for yesterday only uploaded.
Okay, sir. I will check again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any more doubts? Thank you for your precious time on Saturday. Next Saturday we will have a doubt clearing sessions. Those who have doubts, please come and join at 10:30. So I'm fixing the time right now, 10:30 next Saturday. Please make a note of all your doubts and clarify your doubts on next Saturday. Today was supposed to be doubt clearing session, but on Wednesday, because of some uncertainty, we have conducted the class. So anyway, not a problem.